Hi, everybody, and welcome to the second of our podcast now. It's the Monkey Mind podcast. I'm Cuddy Cudworth, the founder of Monkey Mind Relaxation. Thank you. I'll see. How are you? Micheal, Bennett, all the way from Brisbane, Australia, everybody.
Yeah,
Brisbane.
check yours, brother.
I love it. Absolutely love it. So the reason I asked you to do this podcast is because it's Monkey Mind chatter about the chatter. And I know that we spoke a while ago, and I know that you are fully aware of Monkey Mind and how self-debilitating it is, how exhausting it is, and how it can absolutely mess your life up. And that's the whole premise of the chatter about the chatter. So you are the CEO of the Mind Ninja Academy all the way down in Brisbane, Australia, right?
That's correct, brother. Yes, I've started up the Mind Ninja Academy because my book's about to be released. It's pre-sales are now on, but it's going to be released at the end of the year. It's called Become a Mind Ninja, Discover How to Control the Monkey Mind, Defeat Depression, and Live a Life of Purpose. Yeah.
We love that. So I've always seen the t-shirt, PT for the mind as well. So you've got a big history, Micheal. You go way back to, I remember your first stories about Police Academy, starring in Police Academy.
Yeah, the Police Academy stunt show here at Movie World on the Gold Coast, the longest running live action stunt show in the world. And I was a stunt action performer on that, doing driving the cars, doing the motorbikes, getting burnt, falling off buildings each and every day, and then just going absolutely crazy with that for 16 years. And then I was the warm-up guy for that. Used to warm up 2,500 people 3 times a day without talking, so I did that in the same vein as Harpo Marx. So it was all, whistles and balloon and gadgets and gimmicks and ghost walking and all that sort of stuff. And then in 2006, I got Best Street Performer and Entertainer out of any theme park in the world for that particular role as Mad Mike, the warm-up guy. So, yeah.
That is a huge past, right? That is a huge history of Micheal Bennett. It really is.
That's just a snippet, bro.
Because that's not the whole story. You've told us about the highs. So, Micheal, as always, when we talk about the chatter, we also have to talk about those lows. So you talked us through the Micheal Bennett story, how you started understanding about Monkey Mind and how Mind Ninja Academy and sound healing and all that stuff came about. It's about those different therapies and how we can get the message out to as many people as possible that the help is there to get you where you need to be. Micheal, the stage is yours.
Yeah, good on you, brother. Hey, I love your work, Cuddy, man. It's excellent, and having this forum and this platform to be able to share with like-minded souls like yourself, it's just absolutely amazing, So my whole thing now is about helping people flip the script and taking the monkeys out of the driver's seat, because that's they wake up and the monkeys are taking the driver's seat and you don't know where you're going, And if you haven't programmed anything into your GPS, you're just going round and round in circles with a monkey just, taking you on trips where you don't want to be, you don't want to go. And so my whole thing's about waking up as a ninja. I'll explain that in a second. But yeah, my sort of story started when I was at school. Like I wasn't like everybody else at school, Cuddy, right? I was different. I was dyslexic at school.
Right. And
being dyslexic in the 70s just made homework a contact sport for my father. You're from the same ilk as me, you know what that's like. Dad, it's not helping. It's not helping. Hey, he's trying to whack my brain into order, with his hands and his fists and stuff. And I'm just going to go, no, Dad, still looks like alphabet soup to me. It's not helping. No. I only went to school to eat my peanut butter sandwiches, man. Hey, people, calm down. That was way before peanuts were put on the terrorist list, okay? It's a changed world out there now, isn't it? That's weird. Now you can take out a playground with a Snickers bar, can't you? You can laugh, people. You think that's funny. You can wipe out a community if you wrap that Snickers bar in gluten. It's a changed world, man, isn't it? It's changed. But yeah, that was my script, That was my script that I was brought up, And Dad, I'm dumb, stupid, and nothing. That was my script, and that became my belief, right?
Yeah.
And I started doing dumb things, and made these stupid mistakes. And when I left school, you're right, I amounted to nothing. And then it just took me a long time to work out why. Why was I doing that? Because I was the bad B grade actor for a shit script that was written for me by my father. And so I started doing all these dumb things, stupid things, and amounted to nothing, because the last thing that I wanted to do, Cuddy, was let him down. So I just, I just abided by a script, and it wasn't for a long time. And it just worked out. Just went, man, I have to unbelieve this negative programming. I have to unbelieve the negative programming so I can redream and live a life of purpose. So, and then I read the book, Power Against Force, Power versus Force. Have you read that? It's an amazing book, right?
Let me write that one down.
So what I did with the word dumb, I thought, rightio, okay, the word dumb. Because what I was doing is I was taking their word and their meaning, which then put me into a state of depression, sadness, grief, and I was just really, everyone's calling me dumb, everyone's calling me dumb. So what I did, right, is I took their words, I took their power, brother. I took their words, I took their power, but I then gave it my own meaning. So when people call me dumb, I said, yeah, I am dumb. I'm determined, unstoppable, motivated, and I believe in myself. I was dumb every day after that, brother. Kids would come up and go, you're dumb. I said, yeah, I know, I'm real dumb. I'm determined, unstoppable, motivated, and I believe in myself. I took their word, I took their power. Now they couldn't call me dumb, because every time they did, it would make me fly. My wings would open, my chin would be up. I'd go, yeah, I am dumb, And I'm just thinking, wow, that's what the kids are happening today. Kids are taking their lives because of social media, because they've been told to kill themselves. Why don't you just kill yourself? Why don't you just kill yourself? And then when they're on social media, they get into a trance state because it's a narrowed focus. And then with all the flicking of the fingers up and down and stuff, they put, which is actually it's called a butterfly induction in hypnosis. But so when they're doing all that, they get themselves into a trance state. Then they see, why don't you just kill yourself enough times without them knowing it, subliminally, these are good, amazing kids. They kill themselves. It's like, what? So I've come up in my book, I says, okay, change the word kill. If you can take their word, take their power, but and when people say, why don't you kill yourself? Say, I am. I'm a kind individual loving life. Bang. Why don't you just kill yourself? I am. I'm a kind individual loving life. Bang, I've taken their word, I've taken their power. Kill. I'm killing myself now. I'm a kind individual loving life, ignoring negative gestures. Bang. I've taken their word, I've taken their power. They have no power over me whatsoever now. I'm done killing myself every day. I'm determined, unstoppable, motivated, and I believe in myself, and I'm a kind individual loving life, ignoring negative gestures. Bang. So every time those words come round, now it's not debilitating. It's not creating cortisol. It's actually creating serotonin and dopamine.
Nice.
So you're actually feeling better because of those words instead of cortisol, which is the fight and flight response, which the monkeys thrive on.
Yeah.
All right. And so this is, I started to do this, and then I was getting really cool. And then I had a beautiful fiance back in the late 80s and the early 90s. We were 1 month off getting married when I was working in the ski resort, Perisher in New South Wales. And she went for a normal daily walk, and then, on the Friday night, she didn't come back, brother. Yeah, she was 24 years of age, and she got lost in the snowy mountains and died of hypothermia. Yeah. Talk about the monkeys taking control, man. Jesus, I lost my warrior instinct. I lost all my power, and I was working at the Sundeck Hotel at the time, so it's a bar. So I just went straight for the top shelf, grabbed some alcohol. That became my elixir. The only thing that was flowing through my veins generally was alcohol, trying to curb all the voices in my head, contemplating suicide,
Yep.
So just, and what I worked out was that it was the monkeys that wanted to keep my warrior incapacitated and kept it in a drunk state, Yep. And then feeding marijuana as well to keep that mind in a haze so the monkeys could stay in control. Yep. So this is the monkey's power, because the warrior is not you. And I just went, man, and I went through years of depression, brother, years. I'm talking 20, 25 years of depression. I'm turning 60 next year, man. How's that?
Good, but seriously, 60. I would not
60,
put you a day over 59. Not a day over 59.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, 60. It's just crazy. So it's taken me a long time to do this. So just so long as know that your peeps and your followers know that there's no age bracket here. And the thing you got to do is take the word old out of your vocabulary, because I've worked out whatever you put in your mind, whatever you think is inside your mind. So, and I see a lot of people going, oh, I'm too old for this, I'm too old for that, I'm turning 40 years old, and blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden they're looking a little bit older. And they go, oh man, you know, you look a lot younger than me. I said, I never use the word old. I said, I don't mind saying I'm 60 because that's amazing. It's an age, it's a number, it's cool, you know. But I don't say old because we get pre-programmed, right? You've got to be careful what you put in your mind. And it's the same as Henry David Thoreau says, you know, to make a pathway on earth, you've got to walk over and over and over and over and over and over again. The same as making a pathway in the mind, you've got to think over and over and over and over again the kind of thoughts that you want to occupy your mind. True. You know, and so when you're growing up and you're told that, oh, Nana's too old, or Nana's too old for this, or they're too old, or you're not old enough for this game or that game or whatever. So you're getting programmed what old is, right? Then you start looking at people who are old and just going, oh, that's right, they've got cancer, are they old? Or if they've got a walking stick, they're old. They've got grey hair, they're old. They've got glasses, they're old. Arthritis, they're old. Blah 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 blah. So you've got this pre-programmed in the Rolodex in your subconscious mind. So when then you start saying it, going, oh my God, I'm 40 years old. And then the brain just goes, click, what? You said old? Okay, so you want some kind of heart disease, you want arthritis, you want grey hair, you want some kind of ailment, you need, you know. And so it just goes to work doing it the same way that your fingernails grow, that your eyebrows grow, your hair grows, and the same mechanism that makes all that happen will make you grow old as well. So it's a thought patterns, you know. So it took me a long time to work out how to control the mind, and I thought, look, there's other people, because I was, I was on the wrong side of the balcony, 19 floors up, right, and with a mobile phone in my hand, hanging onto the balcony. And then when the phone answered, you know, it was my mum who answered the phone, and I just said, goodbye, mum. Goodbye, mum. See you later. 19 floors up, wrong side of the balcony, just about to let go, you know. She was saying, no, baby, just stay with me, baby, stay with me, because she knew my plight and my my pain of grief and stuff that I was going through. And, you know, and with the monkeys controlling the alcohol and the marijuana, you can do stupid and crazy things, of course, you know, so you can be out of character. And the character is actually the ninja, which I'll talk about in a second. But But she, you know, it was one of the things she says, no, Michael, you've got this. And that was a catch cry that stayed with me. You've got this. And I wound up launching myself back over the balcony, laying on the cold tiles, crying, just thinking, man, okay, I've got this. How have I got this? And I thought, other people, right? How's this? Other people are going through worse things, but they're finding ways to cope and get away with it. So I had a look. So I studied the Quran, the Bible, the Bhagavad Gita, spirituality, Buddhism, Hinduism, all this. I'm just going, okay, wow. And I didn't have a symbol. I didn't have a guy on a cross. I didn't have a big fat bellied Arab or an elephant with four arms and all that sort of stuff. So I wasn't planning to Mecca or North, but these people were doing this and finding solace and peace and calm and able to get on with their life, you know. And it's like, okay, but essentially what they were doing, right, is they were all talking to their God. But when you read all these different modalities and Bibles and scriptures, they were actually saying God is within you. You and God are one. You know, you, God, and earth are the same. And boom, and it's just like boom, boom. So I'm going in my mind, I'm just going to go, holy shit. They're all talking to themselves. They're talking to themselves, you know. Essentially, they're talking to themselves because they're talking to a God they've never seen before, which is kind of cool. That's a belief and that's a modality and that's okay, you know. That's good for them, and I'm glad that they found their solace in their thing. But I went, okay, I'm going to go in and I'm going to find my God. I'm just going to be really quiet and I'm going to go in and I'm just going to find, okay, I'm just going to talk to myself. And then through a long deliberation of, you know, just being quiet and just going to go, come on, you know, surely I've got somebody to look after me. Bang, you know, who's going to help me, blah, 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 you know, because I was lost and I was alone. And when the monkeys take over, you generally find yourself alone, right? And you're generally having pity parties for one that has generally got a great big victim trampoline, you know, and that's where they're taking you. You know, the black dog became my agent. He started booking all my gigs, you know. So it was kind of wild, you know. But I went, what? And then out of the smoke and the ashes one time when I was really quiet. So I think it's when you get really quiet and you go in, right? And really quiet. And then I worked out it's focusing on the breath, which you know, the monkey juggling.
Yeah.
So you focus on the breath. Once you focus on the breath, you can calm the monkey mind down. And then out of the ashes, this guy rose, right? A ninja rose from up there, and I just went, whoa, man. And your ninja, by the way, can be anything. It could be a spirit animal, could be an eagle, could be a turtle, could be a rat, could be any kind of symbol, could be your ancestors, or any kind of guide. I mean, mine was, I just call it a ninja, because a ninja is a never failing, imaginative, non-conformist, jubilantly actioning.
That's a big word. That is a very big word.
So that's what a ninja is, a never failing, imaginative, non-conformist, jubilantly actioning. So I actually awoke the warrior that I was born to be, brother.
Yeah.
And we're all born warriors, man. If we weren't born warriors, and if our ancestors weren't warriors, we wouldn't be here. If they weren't able to get away from the saber-toothed tiger and all the floods and the famines and the wars and the disease and all that sort of stuff. But it was through a programmed mindset, because you've got to understand, people have got to understand that they've already been through the most major battles in their life before even getting here. Mm-hmm. Out of millions, you were the sperm that broke the egg. True. You were it. It's 1 in 4 trillion of a miracle that you are actually here. Think about that. 1 in 4 trillion of a miracle that you're actually here. A lot of your brothers and sisters are on the back of cars and back of the cinema and stuff. But it's like, but you broke the egg, man. You were the one that broke the egg, and then you got in there. It's like, and then as beautiful and as comfortable as a womb is supposed to be and nurturing as it's supposed to be, you were still there, out of, it wasn't something that you had, but you were there, right? What am I saying? It was against your will that you were in there, yeah? Okay, but now you're in this environment, and you may have had to battle pressure, drugs, alcohol, outside influences, noises, vibrations, all that sort of stuff that was outside of your environment. But as you were growing, man, you had a desire. You had a desire, which is a destination engaging synchronicity, imagination, retrospect, and emotion. You needed a desire, a target. And your target, was to break free, to get out into the world. And you did. You got to understand that. You did. You broke into the world. If you're listening to this now, you broke into the world, which is denied to many. Yeah. That's denied to many, brother. Yeah. But you did. You had a target, a destination, a dream. So what I tell people is you got to understand that first smack on your ass was a knighthood for your bravery. Yeah, man. A warrior was born. A goddamn warrior was born. And then the only thing after that, what happens is, as Bruce Lipton says, is that you it gets programmed, because you come on as a brand new computer, like a brand new phone that's coming out, and you can't use that phone. You can't get anything out of it. It's just a shakeable phone. Nothing's happening until you put in your iTunes, your Messenger, your emails, and all your apps that you want to get everything out of it. Then it only becomes serviceable then, So as a baby, by the time we're born right up to 7, we get programmed, oh, I don't like that person. Oh, that's cool. My granddad doesn't like that. And yeah, that food and that. And so we get this programming, programming of the language, and it's all our proximity and our religious status and who our proximity is, and what our siblings are doing, and what our mother and father are doing. We're copying it, and that becomes our belief. So I say to these kids as well, I say, hey, I says, are you still using the first phone that you got? They go, don't be stupid. No. I said, what about the first computer? You still using that? They go, no, don't be stupid. I said, you got a new one? They said, yeah. I said, when it says it needs an upgrade, do you do that? They go, oh yeah, of course. I said, why is that? Because it works better. And they said, oh yeah, of course, it works better, yeah. So, so if an app comes up or something comes up, you'll upgrade it. They go, yeah, of course. I go, fair enough. I say, why are you still working off your granddad's computer? Because this is the most amazing computer in the universe. The brain, the mind made all that sort of stuff. So why are you still working off your granddad's computer? Why do you hate that person over there? I mean, your granddad might be allowed to sort of hate that person because he probably saw one of his mates shot by one of them in World War II. You know, that's a little bit of a reason that he's hanging on to. But why do you hate it? You're running off your granddad's computer. You haven't upgraded your own computer, yet you'll do it for your phone, you'll do it for your computer, but you won't do it for your mind. You let other people program your mind, so you're still the bad B-grade actor for the shit sitcom that was written for you. Instead of unbelieving that negative programming, so you can redream and become the A-list actor that your daydreams deserve. It's about having your dreams, you know. So once I awoken this, the ninja, never failing, never ever give up. The imagination, most incredible weapon that you have, enables you to paint pictures in your mind of things not yet seen or witnessed. Yeah.
True.
Non-conformist. A lion never loses sleep over the opinions of sheep, brother. A lion never loses sleep over the opinions of sheep. So I get people to be the lion. I love it. Just be the lion, man. And I worked out a lion is a loving individual obliterating negativity. I love acronyms, brother.
I've noticed, but you're taking the
Yeah, non-conformist. And then jubilantly, man, you know, that's what you do, and your character and my character is jubilantly what you did on the ship for all the passengers, and what I do as a comedian is take yourself and life a little bit less seriously. Sometimes you don't have to put your big boy pants on, you know. Let the inner child just have fun and just look at things a little less seriously, okay? The guy that cut you off in traffic, you don't know his story. Just put a smile on your face and give him some love. You don't have to honk your horn and just like try and be all macho and just going to go, well, you don't know his story. So just take life a little less seriously. And then actioning. Always keep on moving forward. Always do something to keep on moving forward and have a dream, have something going on. So that was a ninja, right? Then I thought, how am I going to control the monkey mind? Because there's just too many. And I tried having a look at books about the monkey mind and stuff, because the monkey mind is what the monks say when you're trying to be quiet, you know, and you're sitting there and you're trying to be quiet. And yeah, a monkey it'll hold on to one branch, then it'll swing, and it won't let go of that branch until it grabs another. It won't let go of that one until it grabs another. It won't let go of that one until it grabs another. And that's the same as the thoughts, you know, with the monkey mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Preach.
Teach all this. So that's when you're trying to sit quiet, you've been still, and then you're just going, oh, I wonder how many likes I've got on my Facebook page. Oh, my Reggio stew. Oh, man, did I leave the stove on? Why is a tomato a fruit? That's weird. And it's just like all these different things just go, whoa, one thing after another in your mind. And so I had a look, and there was only 2 books out in the world that I could find. That was The Chimp Paradox and The Gorilla Mindset. Both really good books. I love them, right? But they were still acknowledging just the one monkey or the one chimp or the one gorilla. And I'm going, what? No, come on, there's more than that, right? I've got goddamn plethora of monkeys running around in my head. I thought, so I broke the monkey mind down into 7 basic monkeys that generally control our life, yeah? And 6 of them are ego-based, and 1's not, right? So I've broken them down into fear, anger, grief, jealous, victim, and critic. Yeah, these are generally the ego-based monkeys, right? And if the ninja is the God within you, ego-based, as Dr. Wayne Dyer says, ego just means edge God out. So we've edged the ninja out. All right. So the monkey mind is edged God ego, edged God out, edged the ninja out of you. All right. So that's the monkey mind that wants to grab for the alcohol and grab for the drugs and grab for anything that's going to put the ninja in a little specimen jar and keep him in there with the lid on, shaking him so he's out of control. Right. And he's in a sober state. You know, you put any martial artist, you know, you give him enough alcohol and stuff like that, he's not going to be as responsive and as good as he is. Yeah. But you've got to understand, becoming a ninja as well, you start off as a white belt, and there's going to be a long time and a lot of years, and you're always studying, you're always doing it. Kick the bag 1,000 times, punch the bag 1,000 times. So it's about peeing heaps, yeah? And when I say pee heaps, you've got to do the 3 Ps: practice, patience, and perseverance. Practice, 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 the mind thought. You know, patience, never, ever give up, you know, because the monkeys are going to take control every now and then, but it's about showing up for yourself. And then perseverance, just don't give up, you know, practice, patience, perseverance. So I broke the monkeys down, and being a comedian, right? So being a comedian, I thought, well, how are we going to do this? And learning about absurdity, right? So if you want, there's memory linking skills and stuff. I think you probably know about this. And so if you want to remember something, you make it really big. So if you want to remember a grocery list, you can have your bedroom. So you can have like cornflakes just on the side table, like, whoa, going to the roof and cornflakes are flying off the side table. Then your dressing gown is like a big roll of toilet paper and you've got to wrap around you. So when you wake up in the morning, you're just going to go, I need cornflake, and then when you turn the shower on, you've got all this washing detergent just coming out of the shower. It's just like, wow. So that's absurdity. Helps you understand a bit more, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I was doing, I was just going to go, okay, so what are these monkeys? Fear, anger, grief, critic, jealous, victim, And I thought, wow, okay, so I've got to acknowledge the emotion. So once you acknowledge the emotion, all right, so where's it coming from? So I've got fear. Just going to go, you haven't. The ninja hasn't got fear. The warrior hasn't. It's a learned program. All right, so your monkeys got fear, and that's the fear monkey. The warrior can't. So fear just generally comes from behind my heart, right? Okay, you acknowledge where it is, and then all of a sudden you got to put a monkey to it. The monkey's huge, right? The same size as Shrek. He's massive. Now you got to dress him up absurdly, real funny, real crazy. It's got to make you smile. Now what happens? You address the emotion. And all of a sudden you see the monkey after practice and patience, and just really dress your monkey up, really see it, right? It's like learning a chord on a guitar until it becomes like second nature. Ninja, bang, you can fight it. So bang, you see this monkey and it's dressed up so absurdly that it just makes you smile. Don't laugh at your monkeys. You can't laugh at your monkeys, makes them angry, but you can smile at them. So what it does, right, you've got fear, all right, and the monkey shows up, which releases a little bit of cortisol, which is a fight and flight response.
Stress hormone.
But if you see that monkey and then you go, oh, look at you, man, releases a smile and releases serotonin and dopamine straight away. 2 counteracts 1, all right? And you've counteracted the cortisol with a little bit of a smile. And then you've got to go, rightio, okay, monkey juggling. Straight away you go, okay, and then you acknowledge that. So you just fall into breath. Oh, now you've smiled at your monkey. It's the fear monkey. You smile at him, and then once you breathe, you do your monkey juggling, the ninja shows up. The ninja now shows up, and now he's in control. Now you got to work out now, is this fake or fact that this monkey's showing up? Do I need the cortisol? Am I in danger? Do I need to fear this? Because you may need it, right? You may need
That's the whole
be in danger.
Mind. He was there to protect you, yes?
Yeah, but generally it's just an assumption. And you know what assume does? It just makes an ass out of you and me. That's what
you love acronyms.
Yeah. Oh, you spell assumption, ASSUME. That's ass out of you and me. That's what assumption does. Spells it, So just be careful when you assume, So you just got to work out whether it's fake or fact, what the monkeys are saying, And generally, if it's the monkeys talking, it's generally fake. So you go in a breath, you acknowledge the monkey, just going to, hey, thanks, because they're there for a reason. Hey, thanks very much. Keep them focused, follow one course until success. So for one course, is breathe in for 4, out for 4. And if you want to enhance that even more, you breathe in for 4, hold it for 4, out for 4, hold it for 4, box breath, which is what all the Navy SEALs and all the soldiers do. So here's my monkeys, brother.
I love these. Show me the monkeys. I definitely want to see this. I think I might be with these.
All right. So this is my fear monkey. Nice. So he's dressed up with pink spiky hair. He's blue and he's all wet. He's holding my heart because he comes from behind the heart. He's got a green G-string on, so he makes me laugh. So when he shows up, that's the monkey. This one here is my favorite. This is the anger monkey. Okay, so he's got Gene Simmons kiss boots on, fishnet stockings.
I love it.
He's got an elephant trunk with the eyes on. He's got a stray jacket because, anger is generally like, you want to go, mate? You just want to fight, but they generally can't do too much. He's got a spring on his neck because anger's like, yeah, mate. You want to go, mate? You want to get... All right. He's got the big goofy teeth because anger is a goofy emotion. And then he's got the jester hat on, right? Because the jester is usually the one that's in the center of the courtyard before the kings and the queens need to make their speeches and stuff. So he's pulling focus, and that's what anger does, right? So when anger shows up, and he shows up in me, it's like just up here, right? When you get that frown, you go, ah, right? So he shows up here. So you start to get that emotion, you start to get that thing, and all of a sudden you're angry, you go, and then he shows up. Now you're smiling at his absurdity, right? You go, ah. So the anger's gone straight away by a smile on your face. You know, serotonin and dopamine's being released. So you're counteracting cortisol, and then you're going into like, oh, thanks, man. You breathe and just going to go, why are you angry? Just going to go, man, that's nothing to be angry about. Just calm down, chill out. You know, it's cool. Thanks very much. You know, but you look classic, man. Why don't you just go and have a dance somewhere else? You know,
But
so
that's right. I have to do that because I do that all the time when I know people are making me angry. Because look, people still make us angry. I'm always very honest about that. But I do smile at a lot of people, and everyone's like, "Are you all right?" Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just smiling. Yeah. That's me.
Yeah. Well, the brain knows no difference to what's happening to what is actually true and real. So, you know, even you can just put on just going to but if you put on a genuine smile, it's going to go well. Yeah, but if you've got something to smile at in your mind, plus you've got to understand that it's in your mind. These pictures are in your mind. Nobody else can see them. But people go, I'm not doing that. Just going to go, what? What? You're not going to put pictures inside your mind that are going to make you smile and be good and counteract stress and anxiety and stuff. Man, come on. What? Just it's inside your mind. You can put a dildo at his nose or bloody condoms around his arms or something like that. Yeah, exactly. See, you're smiling. It's your mind, so you can make it as absurd and crazy as you want. And this is my grief. I have to really sink into this one and just work out, because grief, he's still an ego monkey, you know, because when grief shows up, and you got to understand when you're going through a bit of grief, you know, especially a broken heart, if you've lost somebody or you know, you're going through that kind of grief, or it could be a loss of a job, it could be loss of money, loss of finances, loss of a marriage, loss of your child, loss of a limb, loss of any kind of loss is grief, man. So you've got to be careful, because it takes longer to repair a broken heart than it does a broken back. People don't understand that, you know, like if you're breaking your back and then you're just going, you know, 3 days later, or even 3 months later, or even a year later, you're saying, oh yeah, no, I'm going to go play footy. I'm going to go kick this. I'm going to do some abseiling. I'm going to ride my motorbike. And you're going, well, no, you're not really. Not you can, but then it's just going to get worse, and it's going to get worse, and it's going to get worse. So essentially all you're doing is putting a Band-Aid on something that needs really good protection and needs to be loved and looked after. So a broken heart, man, just take it easy. You know, don't put a Band-Aid on it and think, oh, no, after 6 months, well, it's not working. I'm just going to drink. And now it's just like, well, give it time, you know. It's patience, perseverance, and, you know, practice. You've just got to do that. So that's why I put them in a really, really cozy sort of spongy kind of suit, you know, and it's all bright colors as well. And this is a great piece of armor, you know, the umbrella, so you can put it up and you can see the rainbow there, and then a big vortex like the Death Star shield comes down, so no negative emotions or words can come into you and hurt you. But you got to understand that when grief shows up, he can call in all his mates as well. He can call in anger and jealous and victim and critic, and you know, he can call in all his monkey mates, and Jesus, they have a massive pity party, and their victim trampoline is huge. So just be careful of grief, man, because you can call them all in, right? And then I've got, this is the jealous monkey, you know, which is it's a Wally emotion. That's why he's got a Where's Wally hat on. You know, he's got a clown suit. It's just one of those clown emotions, you know, and it's just pretty hard, you know.
That's all your artwork, Michael.
It was, you know, Johnny Balance. Do you know Johnny Balance?
Oh,
no, he didn't work.
Yes, Johnny Balance, yes.
Yeah, he works on cruise ships, mainly P&O and stuff like that, but he's worked on cruise ships around the world. So, yeah, Johnny Balance did all this artwork for me. He read my chapters on all the monkeys. So this is how I described them in my chapter in my book, but then he drew them for my book. So these are all in my book, and I've left them black and white in my book, so you can color them in yourself, you know. But I've got the color ones on the back of my book. Yeah, and this is this one. This is the critic monkey. All right, so he's got Spider-Man boots on. He's got a mankini. He's got a tutu on, and the critic monkey is the judge and the jury, you know, and the executioner. That's why he's got this one on. And the most critical, you know, dude is who, you know, Groucho Marx is really critical about everything, you know, just wants to do that. And then when the critic monkey shows up, he's got this horn, and that when that honks, it sounds like an elephant farting. So yeah, exactly. It makes you do exactly that, Cuddy. It just makes you smile even more, you know. So you go, oh man, what have I been critical about? You know, I don't know anybody's story. I don't know stop looking at myself and my facade. Got to look at the eyes of the warrior in the mirror. And then this one here is one of the major ones, you know. This is the victim monkey, right?
The
The victim monkey here, you know, he's got flippers on because it's always hard to walk forward. You know, the victim always thinks it's hard to walk forward there, and he's got a yellow dungarees on with a man camel toe, and he's got the wizard hat here, but he's playing the bagpipes, and every time the victim shows up, he plays the bagpipes, and it plays AC/DCs. It's a long way to the top, because that's what a victim thinks every time, you know. So you've got to acknowledge the victim and where it comes from, and then attach the monkey to it, and that way you can smile at him and just kind of go, man, yeah, I'm on the victim trampoline. Now, they're the ego-based monkeys, but the one monkey that's not ego-based, that is allowed and should be waking up next to the ninja each and every morning, is the gratitude monkey. Yeah, check him out, man. He's so cool. So he's got these little bells around him here. They play at 432 hertz, which is the frequency of love and nature. The stars, I love stars because the star can't shine without darkness, and he's all got the rainbow colors, yin yang, because that's what it's about. Good, bad, masculine, feminine, hot, cold, you know, you can't get away from yin yang. That's why my warrior is inside the yin yang of the brain, just can't get around. You've got to find balance, you know, and then it's all about peace and love. So what he does, you've got to wake him up with gratitude. So that's the major thing, is waking up with gratitude. And so if gratitude wakes up first, you've got 2 feet. First one hits the ground and says thank, and the second one hits the ground and goes you. Thank you, Mother Earth, Mother Nature, for all that you provide. Man, that's a great thing to be grateful for. Some people go, I haven't got anything to be grateful for. I said, take your pulse. That's denied to many, man. So if you wake with gratitude, and if you wake with gratitude and then he starts breathing, then the gratitude monkey sneaks inside your mind and gives all the other monkeys juggling balls before they even wake up. Before they even wake. You're sinking into breath and gratitude and love, you know, so you're warming your heart. So before they've got a chance to speak, so before you look at your social media, before you turn on the news, before you grab anything or the newspaper or anything like that, you know, you got to sink into yourself with gratitude, monkey juggling for them. Bam, you're in control. Let him decide what the day is going to be. It all comes down to choices, brother.
Choice.
Yeah. Choices.
I want to ask you questions.
Yeah.
I do. I love everything you've talked about there, and I want to deep dive the victim monkey.
Yeah, brother.
Let's deep dive the victim monkey. How does that turn up in people?
Well, that's the pre-programming again. You know, it's the victim. It's like, you know, well, oh yeah, well, I can't do that. You know, it's not my fault. My daddy touched me when I was a child, or you know, I was dumb. I was told I was dumb at school, so I'm going to be dumb now. I'm still dumb. I'm just going to go. So you haven't upgraded the system, right? So if your computer gets too full, or your phone gets too full, what do? You defrag, you delete, you get rid of stuff in there.
Yeah.
So you defrag so you can get the best optimization out of your computer or your phone. So if you want to get the best out of this as well, you've got to delete what's not serving you, what you don't need. And that's the beliefs, unbelief, the negative patterning. And if it's not serving you anymore, just dump it, you know. And the best way to do that is forgiveness. Forgiveness is the greatest weapon that will free your heart.
Frees you.
So you can live a life, you know, so you're not there now. But forgiveness is the greatest. Forgive yourself. Like it wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault. So forgive yourself first. Yeah. Say, it wasn't my fault. I forgive myself. And I forgive the person, the thing, the situation, the time. It wasn't my fault that I lost my arm. You know, it wasn't my fault that I lost my fiance. I sank into that and I went, damn you, maybe I should have stopped it. I should have gone for a walk. I should have been there. I was a victim. Oh my God, you know, I should have taught her how to do this a little bit more. So you're sinking into the victim instead of being grateful for the time that I did have. So you flip the script. And what I like is like I play all my instruments and stuff, like especially the flute to water, because I love Dr. Emoto's study on water. Yeah. You know, yeah. So it's like they absorb.
Please go for it. I don't know about Dr. Emoto. No.
Oh yeah, a study on water. You got to read it, buddy. Yeah, the secret of water, and it's amazing. So water can absorb the energy, and it's absolutely incredible, right? It absorbs the negative and the positive energy, and so you got to understand that we are 70% water. Our body is 70% water. Our brain is 80% water, and it absorbs positive and negative. You know, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right.
Right. Yeah.
So it's just the way it is. You can't stop it. So what I think is, like, you know, with water, it's H2O. You know, it's 2 parts hydrogen, 1 part oxygen. So H2O, is that right? You know, I may have that backwards.
No, it is H2O. That's right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like,
hydrogen,
so
what are 2 parts? Oh, you're saying 2 parts hydrogen. Yeah, it's hydrogen, 1 part hydrogen, 2 parts oxygen. H2O.
Yeah. H2O. Yeah.
We're both learning.
Yeah, that's still the dyslexic in me, you know. Like, I wrote this book and it's bloody 62,000 words. Dyslexic, man. You do, man. My computer spell check wanted to punch me in the face every day, but never mind. That's another story. The book's out now, but yeah. So H2O, right? So if 1 negative comes up, replace it with 2 positives.
Have to.
So I like that because we're water. So if a negative comes up, you're going to go, oh yeah, no, I'm not good enough at that. But I'm just going to go, I'm really good at tying my shoelaces. I'm really good at making toast with peanut butter on it. I love doing that. I get right to the edges. Man, see how macro that gratitude is? It doesn't, I've got nothing to be grateful for. Yeah, of course you have. So you can really flip that. And so you can take out the victim mentality by just going, when the victim shows up, oh yeah, that happened to me when I was a kid, but just going, yeah, but since then I've got numerous amounts of jobs. I've got some really cool friends. I've got some great stuff. Bang. And you start negating, you're defragging all the negative, all the victim mentality. So you can get rid of that with positive and gratitude. Just get the gratitude monkey just to sink in, you know? Yeah, but people, they love the victim, you know, and because that's become their patterning. They love that, look, woe is me. This is how they get their 5 minutes or 15 minutes of fame. Just going to go, oh yeah, that's easy for you. But did you know that what happened to me? Just going to go, when was that? You know, oh my God, yeah, well, that's their 5 and 15 minutes of fame. Instead of standing into their warrior, and who they were born to be, they're still the bad B grade actor for the shit script that was written for them. Just going to go, wow, I don't know if you're allowed in my tent, you know, because I'm an A-list actor. You're an extra. And if you're going to play the extra, you're going to, you know, misery loves company. And so that's what you're in. You're in with a whole bunch of people talking about their bad B grade scripts. You know, that's where you belong. You know, you're in the extra van, you know. But I'm now accumulating A-list actors that are standing up, reprogramming, opening their wings. The only way to open your wings is by pulling your shoulders back and lifting your chin up. That's it.
I'm definitely going to be using that. Misery loves company.
Oh, it's a fact. That's what, yes, we see all the time. Misery loves company. And you get into that vortex. And that's what happens is when you get into that vortex and people like start having their victim stories. And then it's just like, oh, everybody's into there because, and then their charge is starting to run down like on their phones, and they're just going, well, they're not getting charged up by positive people or positive things, and they're staying on decharge, which cause, you know, on your phone, it causes dis-ease on your phone, right? Dis-ease on your computer, dis-ease on your car, dis-ease in your body, dis-ease, disease. And just going, man, just going, oh, yeah, I'm not feeling good. Really? How are you thinking?
I honestly think it's always the same. Michael, we're right there. We're right there together, 100%, especially when I'm working with clients and stuff like that. And everyone says, oh, I don't feel good today. Why don't you feel good? Because of what you're thinking about. That is the power of the thoughts. That's 100% what we do with those clients and stuff like that. I love that. Michael, thank you so much. The pity.
Yeah, no worries. Where your thoughts go, your energy grows, man. That's us.
Absolutely. And we're in control of that. That is the 100% that we are in control of. So, Michael, I've got a question. Can I ask a question?
Yeah, brother.
The pity party. Did you, and how long were you in the woe is me, the pity party kind of cycle?
Shit.
And you've got to ask. It's all right sitting in a pulpit of preaching, I have to ask you, Michael, because if not...
Yeah, of course. I was, man. It was like 20 years, 25 years, brother. Like I was...
Years. 20 years.
Oh, man. 25 years, 2 marriages. Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, it took its toll, you know, and man, it's weird, that whole victim thing and the pity party. Like I remember doing the cruise ships, right? And people don't understand. And you know, when Robin Williams died, I just went, oh my God, really? Because I had all these suicidal thoughts all the time. And then when I remember getting off a ship in Sydney and finding out about Robin Williams, and I went, oh my God, really? If he can't, how the fuck can I? What the? No way. And then, because I always heard about purgatory, just going to go, if you take your life, you're going to be in purgatory. You're going to be in purgatory if you take your life. You know, that's what I was told. And then when I was walking after crying for 2 hours, just hearing about Robin Williams, you know, because he was my mentor and just my go-to guy of being so happy and got things under control. And then I got to thinking, I'm just going to go, yeah, but if I go to purgatory, man, I'd be with Robin Williams. And so the monkeys would go, yeah, go on, you be with Robin. So I was looking up the ship when it was way out in the ocean. I remember looking, I'm just going to go, oh man, just trying to control the monkeys, because I know that it's a split second between doing it and not doing it, being on the edge of that cliff, you know, doing it and not doing it. So I remember I was on stage entertaining, you know, like thousands of people in those big cinemas, those big theaters that we had on there. And people go, oh my God, that was amazing. It was so funny. Oh, this is great. And then half hour later, in my cabin, crying with a bottle of wine. It's going, what? And people just don't understand. They go, oh, you're the guy. I'm just going to go, yeah, okay, cool. It's a great mask. You've got to be careful with the masks that we wear, you know,
it is.
Going out of my cabin and going to work, man. I had a hat and a mask rack that represented the Circus Soleil tent, you know. It's just going to, which one am I going to wear today, you know? Oh yeah, and to avoid that pity party. Then you get home, and when you're in a position where your mask falls off, oh yeah, your pity parties can perpetuate, and the victim trampoline.
I've got more questions. I have more questions, because 20 years of the pity party, woe is me, we know it, that victim mentality and stuff like that. So when you see people and you meet people and you get that feeling of the woe is me is coming off, it's an energy that's given off, right? Let's be honest, we can be very much fully aware of it, because we can hear people's language patterns when they're talking, and we can, there's a few signs, because we've recognized and we've been there. I was in the pity party for 6 months. I'll be honest with you. It was a 6 months woe is me, because of something that happened with an audition for things like that. However, I always remember it was that one. There's always those one things that is, if you can make your worst day into your best day, you are absolutely. So I made my worst day into my best, and then I was like, well, that's it. We've got this. We've cracked it. So that's one of those great mindset shifts. But what about you when you meet people? How do you get frustrated when you can see that victim mentality? Do you get frustrated because you know you've been there? And how long, once you decided, right, I'm not doing this anymore, how long did it take you to change?
Well, the monkeys still like to show up, you know, and I've defeated depression. Like, I've defeated depression, which is absolutely amazing. I don't have suicidal thoughts anymore. I don't have depression. I'm not curling up in the fetal position and sort of, I'm not crying, but I do have my emotions. My monkeys show up, and as you say, you know, they're there for a reason, and they're okay. You can't get rid of all your ego. You need that. I need that as a performer. You need that as a podcaster and doing your facilitator and stuff as well. We've got to have some form of ego, and our monkeys have to take, you know, a little bit, but so long it's on the balance, you know. So it took me a little while, but it's about NLP, you know, which is neuro-linguistic programming. So the neuro is the brain, the linguistics are the words that we use or other people use, and the programming is like, you know, what do you want to learn, you know. So when I hear about or see people in that victim mentality, and they're going on that woe is me and that pity party and the victim trampoline. You've got to understand the victim trampoline, you know. You forget some of the laws, you know. You just go, whoa, there's victim trampoline, whoa, you know. But I forgot one of the laws of nature, and that's the laws of gravity. Whatever goes up
Got to come down.
Got to come down, man. So you just got to be careful. So when somebody starts falling into the victim, just going to go, oh yeah, I didn't get this, or I didn't do this, or this happened to me, and then I'm just going to go, yeah, but wow, look how gorgeous your smile is, man. Your eyes are so bright, or wow, is that your car? That's an amazing car. Wow, that's so cool. You know, so you pump them up with what show, and because they forget, they just become so oblivious of the little things that they have to be grateful for. You know, just going to go, yeah, but I heard you so and so. You just bought a house, or you just did this, or something just happened, or you know where did you go for lunch this morning? Did you have a nice breakfast? And they're going, yeah, I did. What did it taste like? How did it feel? Who were your friends? Who are you talking to? And you change that mindset. You're just going to go, yeah. So where's the pity party? If you can flip the script on the programming, so you're just helping them sort of just going to go, wow, yeah. You're going to go, oh wow, yeah. Something like that happened to me as well, you know. But then I just flipped the script, you know. I was told I was done, and then I just go into determined, unstoppable, motivated, believe in myself, and now I do. You know, I've tattooed it on here. Just be you and believe in yourself. You know.
Brilliant.
So I'm an illustrated man now.
In all fairness, you do have a lot of reminders.
Yeah. Well, that's, you know, it does. And it took a lot of reminders. And so that's what I did, you know. So I can tell people, you know, you got to connect the mind and the heart with the desire, destination, engagement, synchronicity, imagination, respect, and emotion. Once the mind and the heart is connected, right? And then it's just like you got to find the balance point there, which is a balance between the mind and the heart, is what? The throat. And that's truth, you know. So then you got to come from a place of truth. Then you got to move forward with faith, which is a formidable attitude igniting the heart, attitude of gratitude. And it doesn't matter how broken you are or the time constraint, you can still open your wings and fly, remembering that a lion never loses sleep over the opinions of sheep, you know.
Brilliant.
Like the young ones, especially the teenagers, they look at me now, because if I didn't have that, they'd be going, oh, this guy's just an old guy, you know, because they just look, that's their mentality of a teenager, you know. But if I've got these tattoos, they're going, what's that? I'm going, glad you asked. And then now they're lost, all right? Now I've got them, instead of them looking at the phone, they're looking at my arm. I'm going, what's that? That's a brain and a heart connected, because that's what has to be connected, is a mind and a heart. And what's in between a mind and a heart? You start asking them questions. What's in between a mind and a heart? They go, I go, what is it? You know, what's the middle point? What's the balance point? The throat. I go, the throat. So you've got to be aware of what you say. Yeah, what you're saying to yourself. Are you gaslighting yourself? Have you taken other people's gaslighting so much that it's become your character that you're now gaslighting yourself? Am I? Should I? Would I? Could I? You know, so you've got to be aware of that. Knowledge is power, but what you do with the knowledge is powerful, you know. So if you could just give them a little bit of knowledge, you know.
Brilliant. So your Mind Ninja Academies, how many academies do you run a year?
Well, I only just started last year. Like Dev and I have just been together for a year. And it was actually yesterday, a year ago, that I walked into Muse Crystal when it was across the road. And then she had a beautiful little space. And I went, oh my God, this is amazing. I got a book and my book's coming out. And I'm looking for a space where I could do my Mind Ninja Academy workshop. She goes, well, this space is free for anybody that's going to benefit the community in any way, you know, in a benevolent way, and it's been amazing. I said, oh, wow, okay. And I was sort of, you know, I'm a procrastinator and stuff, and I'm just sort of just going, oh, yeah, wow, excellent. So that was on the Saturday a year ago, and I said, why don't I come in with a little proposal and I can see you on the Tuesday? She goes, rightio, all right. So I come in with my folder and stuff, and I'm showing her all my workshop, my thoughts about a workshop. Hadn't got a workshop. All my thoughts about a workshop and stuff like that. She goes, oh, good. She gets a diary out and stuff, and she's looking. She goes, yeah, it's cool. She goes, so has about 6 weeks time for that one, and then we'll do another one then, and then we'll do another one then. And I'm there going, what? What? She goes, yeah, cool, excellent. I like it. Really like it. I like the book. I like the concept. I like that. And I went, yeah, okay, all right, cool. And so that was a 9 a.m. meeting. And I wound up going home at 11 o'clock that night, right? Because we just went there. From there, went to lunch, and then we went to a labyrinth. And I played my flute around the labyrinth, and you know, she was loving that. And then I did some illusions, because I do a lot of my messaging with inspirational magic, through the mediums of magic. So now they're focused, and it's anchoring. Part of NLP as well becomes an anchor, the magic. And so I said, if you focus on the magic, you're going to miss the message.
Yeah.
So the magic is in the message, and now they're all getting it. It's amazing.
Brilliant.
So, and then I went back. I rang up the next day after, because we went and saw her little nephew. He goes, oh shit, he loves magic, and he's 7, So I went there, and so that was a big day. And the next day I rang her up, says, what are you doing? She goes, I'm unpacking. I says, I'll come along and help you. She goes, oh, anybody can help me unpack. That'll be amazing. All the crystals and stuff. So I went there the next day on the Wednesday, and didn't leave, brother.
Brilliant.
Didn't leave. And so we've been together. So yeah, so since then I've done three 10-hour full day Mind Ninja immersions. Brilliant. So the first hour is teaching people how to awaken their warrior through meditation and breath and silence. And then every hour after that is addressing each monkey: fear, anger, grief, critic, victim, and jealous, and gratitude. So we do that so that by the time they leave. And then I've done 18 2.5-hour workshops that go for, it's two 8-hour weeks, two 8-week workshops. So that's addressing them. Yeah, so it's pretty wild. But I'm doing more in here now. I'm doing the high teas, and so I'm getting people down, and then I do an hour-long show. But I have all my mixed messages in here, and mediums, and the Mind Ninja, and slowly putting in the whole faith, formidable attitude, igniting the heart, attitude of gratitude, be the line, combine the mind and the heart with a little bit of sound healing as well. And then we read tea leaves and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, so I'm getting in there because you tell people just going to go, because as soon as you say spiritual or meditate or something like that, especially the layman, they just go, oh, I'm out. Nah, none of that woo-woo shit for me, mate.
No, it's honestly, especially when I remember one of the conversations I had with someone about meditation, because I always meditate, just meditate, practice. You'll find it hard when you start, but honestly, we know that monkey man will say, excuse me, I need to talk about something that happened 4 years ago. We know that. Once you get past that and you start, your monkey mind starts working with you, be like, okay, this is not too bad, it's okay. But meditation, 100%. And it's funnily enough, even when I'm working with my clients, I actually don't prescribe, if that's the word, I don't even prescribe meditation with them. I just, we talk to people through meditation and things like that, and how it benefits and helps everyone, and how it can make a difference. But strangely enough, I find you read tea leaves as well, huh?
Yeah, we got witchy tea in here. I'm doing oracle card readings now as well as a PT. Brilliant. For the mind. I read oracle cards, Archangel Michael, Namaste cards and stuff. But with that meditation, it's a belief.
Of course.
They have a belief of what meditation is. They think you got to sit on a cushion, put your fingers like this, and go Om. They go, oh, I'm not doing that. I'm just going to go. That's your belief of what meditation is. Unbelieve that programming, surrender to the process, and you can meditate when you're driving. You got your eyes wide open. All you got to do is focus on your breath, control the breath, bring back the warrior, and you can do that, I said, I tried meditating once with my folded legs and going like that. And I says, I did a 20-minute meditation. It took me 40 minutes to unfold my freaking legs. I'm not doing that again. It's just like, and they go, oh, you too? I said, yeah. I said, meditation is just a word, but it's just a case of like focus, follow one course until success. Breathe.
If you can breathe, you can meditate. That's how simple.
Yeah.
Michael, thank you so much. Clearly, people can find you at the mindninjaacademy.com. Brilliant. Well done. All right.
Yeah, cool. Or michealbennett.com.au as well. It's got mind, body, and soul. So it's PT for the mind, belly laughs for the body, and sounds for the soul. Now that I'm a sound healer as well, brother. It's cool.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Thank you so much. Because I know it's really, what time is it with you right now?
I got no idea now. It's probably
6 a.m. Is it 6 a.m. or is it, what time is it? Because I know it was 5 o'clock.
Oh yeah, it was 6 a.m. when we started, brother. Yeah. But I was up at 5 with a freezing cold shower, man. I've got my ice bath out the back there and stuff. So yeah.
I love the ice showers. Absolutely. I still go dipping in the sea. I love dipping. I really do.
It's the best. It's the best.
It's amazing.
Create the stress, man. So that way you're discovering, and that's what I teach. You got to. And if you have a cold bath, and then I say that to people, just have a cold shower, freezing cold shower when you get up in the morning. They go, oh no, stuff that. I'm going to go, it's just being proactive instead of reactive. So you get in there and then you learn how to breathe. You go, So if a situation comes up where you do lose your job or lose a partner, or you got grief or something, or you're angry or something happens, it's like punching the bag 1,000 times and kicking the bag 1,000 times for martial arts that I did for 12 years, right? And you got to do that every time that you go, 1,000 times, 1,000 times. I go, why are you doing that? So when a situation comes up or you're in a tournament, it's just lightning fast. Bang, I know what to do now. So if you have a freezing cold shower or you jump in the ocean like you do yourself, now you're learning how to control the stress, because that's what it does. It stresses the body, creates a fight and flight. Holy shit. And before you get in, I mean, I'm sure you do as well, before you get into the ocean or the ice bath, your monkeys are going, no, fuck that. Oh, no, don't be an idiot. Oh, fuck that. I'll get out. You know?
Not even that nice.
Yeah, you just got to go, nah, monkeys, you know. But if you listen to them, just going to go, oh, yeah, you're right. It is a bit cold today. This doona is a little bit warm. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't mind just a coffee and rug up and I'll put the fire on, you know. And it's so easy to fall into the monkeys. And the monkeys are great. Yeah. Oh, they're the hypnotists, man. The monkeys are amazing, you know, but who's in the driver's seat, you know?
Brilliant. So. Honestly, Micheal, thank you so much. I know it's early with you in Brisbane, Australia. And thank you.
Brother.
Appreciate it so much. It'll be on YouTube. Thank you so much. Micheal, any last words, brother?
Be kind to yourself, man. Wake up with gratitude. Yeah, just be kind. Wake up with gratitude, and just keep that. You know, when you go out each and every day, make sure you got your best curve on, which is your smile, man. It's a smile. You got your best curve on, and if you see somebody without a smile, just give them one of yours, man. You can save a life just by doing that, because now you're showing somebody that they're connected. They're not alone. And, you know, and then you feel energized, they feel energized. And it's about energizing and pumping up your heart. Once you've got your heart full, do that with a smile, man. Bang. And then you're away. You can control, and you're in the driver's seat.
Cheers. Honestly, Micheal, thank you so much for doing this. This is Monkey Mind Podcast. Chatter about the chatter. I'm pretty good with it. This is Micheal Bennett. Cheers, mate. Honestly, big love from me all the way down in Brisbane.
Cheers, brother. Thank you.
See you later.
Thank you so much. Cheers, bro.
Bye-bye.